Hi guys, welcome back to SMB Designs. Today we are continuing in the book of Enoch, beginning in chapter 15. And he answered and said to me, and I heard his voice, "Do not be afraid, Enoch, you righteous man and scribe of righteousness. Approach and hear my voice. Go and say to the watchers of heaven, for whom you have come to intercede. You should intercede for men and not men for you. Why and for what cause have you left the high, holy, and eternal heaven, and had sex with women, and defiled yourselves with the daughters of men, and taken to yourselves wives, and done like the children of earth, and begotten giants as your sons? Though you were holy, spiritual, living at the eternal life, you have defiled yourselves with the blood of women, and have begotten children with the blood of flesh. And as the children of men, you have lusted after flesh and blood, like those who died and are killed. This is why I have given men wives, that they might impregnate them, and have children by them, that deeds might continue on the earth. But you were formerly spiritual, living in the eternal life, and immortal for all generations of the world. Therefore, I have not appointed wives to you. You are spiritual beings of heaven, and in heaven was your dwelling place." Side verse, Luke 20, verse 34. And Jesus answering said unto them, The children of this world marry, and are given in marriage. But they which shall be accounted worthy to obtain that world, and the resurrection from the dead, neither marry nor are given in marriage, neither can they die any more. For they are equal unto the angels, and are the children of God, being the children of the resurrection. Back to Enoch. And now the giants who are produced from the spirits and flesh shall be called evil spirits on the earth, and shall live on the earth. Evil spirits have come out from their bodies, because they are born from men and from the holy watchers. Their beginning is of primal origin. They shall be evil spirits on earth, and evil spirits shall they be called, spirits of the evil ones. As for the spirits of heaven, in heaven shall be their dwelling. But as for the spirit of the earth, which were born on the earth shall be their dwelling. And the spirits of the giants afflict, oppress, destroy, attack, war, destroy, and cause trouble on the earth. They take no food, but do not hunger or thirst. They cause offenses, but are not observed. And these spirits shall rise up against the children of men and against the women, because they have proceeded from them in the days of the slaughter and destruction. Chapter 16. And at the death of the giants, spirits will go out and shall destroy without incurring judgment. Coming from their bodies, their flesh shall be destroyed until the day of the consummation, the great judgment, in which the age shall be consummated over the watchers and the godless, and shall be wholly consummated. Side verse, Matthew 8:28. And when he was come to the other side into the country of the Gergesenes, there met him two possessed with devils, coming out of the tombs, exceeding fierce, so that no man might pass by that way. And behold, they cried out, saying, What have we to do with thee, Jesus, thou Son of God? Art thou come here to torment us before the time? Back to Enoch. And now, as the watchers who have sent you to intercede for them who had been in heaven before, say to them, you were in heaven, but all the mysteries of heaven had not been revealed to you, and you knew worthless ones, and these in the hardness of your hearts you have made known to the women, and through these mysteries women and men work much evil on earth. Say to them, therefore, you have no peace. Chapter 17. And they took me to a place in which those who were there were like flaming fire. And when they wished, they made themselves appear as men. They brought me to the place of darkness, and to a mountain, the point of whose summit reached to heaven. And I saw the lighted places and the treasuries of the stars and of the thunder, and in the utmost depths, where were a fiery bow and arrow and their quiver, and a fiery sword, and all the lightning. And they took me to the waters of earth, and to the fire of the west, which receives every setting of the sun. And I came to a river of fire, in which the fire flows, like water into the great sea toward the west. I saw the great rivers, and came to the great darkness, and went to the place where no flesh walks. I saw the mountains of the darkness of winter, and the place from where all the waters of the deep flow. I saw the mouths of all the rivers of the earth, and the mouth of the deep. Chapter 18. I saw the storehouse of all the winds. I saw how he had adorned the whole creation with them, and the firm foundations of the earth. And I saw the cornerstone of the earth. I saw the four winds which support the earth, and the firmament of the heavens. I saw how the winds stretch out the height of heaven, and have their station between heaven and earth. These are the pillars of heaven. I saw the winds of heaven, which turn and bring the sky and the sun and all the stars to their setting place. I saw the winds on the earth carrying the clouds. I saw the paths of the angels. I saw at the end of the earth the firmament of heaven above. And I continued south and saw a place which burns day and night. Where there are 7 mountains of magnificent stone, 3 towards the east and 3 towards the south. And as for those toward the east, they were of colored stone, and one of pearl, and one of jacinth, a stone of healing, and those towards the south of red stone. But the middle one reached to heaven like the throne of God, and was made of alabaster. And the summit of the throne was of sapphire. And I saw a great abyss of the earth with pillars of heavenly fire, and I saw among them fiery pillars of heaven, which were falling. And as regards both height and depth, they were immeasurable. And beyond that abyss I saw a place which had no firmament of heaven above, and no firmly founded earth beneath it. There was no water on it, and no birds. But it was a desert and a horrible place. I saw there 7 stars like great burning mountains. And an angel questioned me regarding them. The angel said, "This place is the end of heaven and earth. This has become a prison for the stars and the host of heaven, and the stars which roll over the fire are they which have transgressed the commandment of the Lord in the beginning of their rising, because they did not come out at their proper times. And he was angry with them, and bound them until the time when their guilt should be consummated, even for the 10,000 years. Chapter 19. And Uriel said to me, the angels who have had sex with women shall stand here, and their spirits, having assumed many different forms, are defiling mankind, and shall lead them astray into sacrificing to demons as gods. Here shall they stand until the day of the great judgment, in which they shall be judged, and are made an end of. And the women also of the angels who went astray shall become sirens. Other versions read, shall become peaceful. Also, another version reads, shall salute them. And I, Enoch, alone saw the vision, the ends of all things, and no man shall see as I have seen. Side verse, 1 Peter 4:7. But the end of all things is at hand. Be ye therefore sober, and watch unto prayer. Back to Enoch, chapter 20. These are the names of the holy angels who watch. Uriel, one of the holy angels, who is over the world, turmoil and terror. Raphael, one of the holy angels, who is over the spirit of men. Raguel, one of the holy angels, who takes vengeance on the world of the luminaries. Michael, one of the holy angels, set over the virtues of mankind and over chaos. Seraquil, one of the holy angels, who is set over the spirits, who sin in the spirit. Gabriel, one of the holy angels, who is over paradise, and the serpents, and the cherubim. Remiel, one of the holy angels, whom God set over those who rise. Chapter 21. Then I proceeded to where things were chaotic and void, and I saw there something horrible. I saw neither a heaven above, nor a firmly founded earth, but a place chaotic and horrible. And there I saw 7 stars of heaven, bound together in it, like great mountains, and burning with fire. Then I said, for what sin are they bound? And on why have they been cast in here? Then said Uriel, one of the holy angels, who was with me, and was chief over them, Enoch, why do you ask? And why art you eager for the truth? These are some of the stars of heaven, which have transgressed the commandment of the Lord, and are bound here until 10,000 years, the time entailed by the sins and consummated. And I went out from there to another place, which was still more horrible than the former. And I saw a terrible thing, a great fire there which burnt and blazed, and the place was cleft as far as the abyss, full of great falling columns of fire. Neither its width or breadth could I see, nor could I see its source. Then I said, I am afraid of this place, and cannot stand to look at it. Then Uriel, one of the holy angels, who was with me, answered and said to me, Enoch, why are you so afraid? And I answered, because of this fearful place, and because of the spectacle of the pain. And he said to me, this place is the prison of the angels, and here they will be imprisoned forever. Chapter 22. And I went out to another place, west, where there was a mountain and hard rock. And there was in it 4 hollow places, deep and wide and very smooth. How smooth are the hollow places, and looked deep and dark. Then Raphael answered, one of the holy angels who was with me, and said to me, these holy places have been created for this very purpose, that the spirits of the souls of the dead should be gathered here, that all the souls of the children of men should be brought together here. And these places have been made to receive them until the day of their judgment, and until the period appointed, until the great judgment comes upon them. I saw the spirit of a dead man, and his voice went out to heaven and made petition. And I asked Raphael the angel who was with me, and I said to him, this spirit which petitions, whose is it, whose voice goes up and petitions heaven? And he answered me, saying, this is the spirit which went out from Abel, whom his brother Cain slew, and he makes his suit against him until his offspring is destroyed from the face of the earth, and his offspring are annihilated from among the children of men. Side verse, Genesis 4:8. And Cain talked with Abel his brother, and it came to pass, when they were in the field, that Cain rose up against Abel his brother, and slew him. And the Lord said unto Cain, where is Abel thy brother? And he said, I know not. Am I my brother's keeper? And he said, what hast thou done? The voice of thy brother's blood crieth unto me from the ground. And now art thou cursed from the earth, which hath opened her mouth to receive thy brother's blood from thy hand? When thou tillest the ground, it shall not henceforth yield unto thee her strength. A fugitive and a vagabond shalt thou be in the earth. Back to Enoch. Then I asked regarding all the hollow places, why is one separated from the other? And he answered me and said to me, these 3 have been made that the spirits of the dead might be separated. Divisions have been made for the spirits of the righteous, in which there is the bright spring of water, and one for sinners when they die and are buried in the earth, and judgment has not been executed on them in their lifetime. Here their spirits shall be set apart in this great pain until the great day of judgment and punishment and torment of those who curse forever, and retribution for their spirits. There he shall bind them forever. And such a division has been made for the spirits of those who make their petitions, who make disclosures concerning their destruction, when they were slain in the days of the sinners. Such has been made for the spirits of men, and who were not righteous but sinners, who were complete in transgression, and of the transgressors they shall be companions. But their spirits shall not be destroyed in the day of judgment, nor shall they be raised from here. Then I blessed the Lord of glory, and said, blessed be my God, the Lord of righteousness, who rules forever. Chapter 23. From here I went to another place, to the west of the ends of the earth, and I saw a burning fire which ran without resting, and never stopped from its course day or night, but flowed always in the same way. And I asked, saying, what is this which never stops? Then Raguel, one of the holy angels who was with me, answered me and said to me, "This course of fire which you have seen is the fire in the west, and is the fire of all the lights of heaven." Chapter 24. And from here I went to another place on the earth, and he showed me a mountain range of fire, which burned day and night. And I went beyond it, and saw 7 magnificent mountains, all differing from each other, and their stones were magnificent and beautiful, and their form was glorious. 3 towards the east, one founded on the other, and 3 towards the south, one on the other, and deep rough ravines, no one of which joined with any other. And the 7th mountain was in the midst of these, and it was higher than them, resembling the seat of a throne. And fragrant trees encircled the throne, and among them was a tree such as I had never smelled, nor was any among them, or were others like them. It had a fragrance beyond all fragrance, and its leaves and blooms and would not ever wither, and its fruit is beautiful, and its fruit resembles the dates of a palm. Then I said, "How beautiful is this tree and fragrant, and its leaves are fair, and its blooms very delightful in appearance." Then Michael, one of the holy and honored angels who was with me, and was their leader, spoke. Chapter 25. And he said to me, "Enoch, why do you ask me about the fragrance of the tree, and why do you wish to learn the truth?" Then I answered him, saying, "I wish to know about everything, but especially about this tree." And he answered, saying, "This high mountain which you have seen, whose summit is like the throne of God, is his throne, where the holy great one, the Lord of glory, the eternal King, will sit when he shall come down to visit the earth with goodness. And as for this fragrant tree, no mortal is permitted to touch it until the great judgment, when he shall take vengeance on all and bring everything to its completion forever. It shall then be given to the righteous and holy. Its fruit shall be for food to the elect. It shall be transplanted to the holy place, to the temple of the Lord, the eternal King." Side verse, Revelations 22:1. "And he showed me a pure river of water of life, clear as crystal, proceeding out of the throne of God and of the Lamb. In the midst of the street of it, and on either side of the river, was there the tree of life, which bare 12 manner of fruit, and yielded her fruit every month, and the leaves of the tree were for the healing of the nations. And there shall be no more curses, but the throne of God and of the Lamb shall be in it, and his servants shall serve him." Back to Enoch. "Then they shall rejoice and be glad, and enter into the holy place, and its fragrance shall enter into their bones, and they shall live a long life on earth, as your fathers lived, and in their days there will be no sorrow or pain or torment or toil." Then I blessed the God of glory, the eternal King, who has prepared such things for the righteous, and has created them and promised to give them. We will stop here and pick up in chapter 26 next week. I pray this is blessing you, and if you would not mind, please subscribe, like, and comment. It really helps the channel out, and I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you. Bye.